Prince Andrew can no longer use his HRH status and has no formal role within the royal family, but he will still be looked after financially, royal experts have claimed. Speaking to True Royalty TV's The Royal Beat, Newsweek royal correspondent Jack Royston and Ingrid Seward, editor-in-chief, Majesty magazine, agreed that there is no way back for Prince Andrew to public life. However, Seward said that Andrew will not be cast out completely because that could create even more of a headache if the Duke is forced to find some source of income. He will be more trouble and start talking and giving TV interviews and writing books, she explained. However, she added that it's unlikely Andrew will be able to hang on to his Royal Lodge home on the Windsor estate with no way of financing refurbishments and upkeep that are a condition of the lease. Discussing Prince Andrew missing last week's Garter Day procession, Newsweek royal correspondent said, "When the Queen is no longer here, Charles will not have any truck with Andrew attempting a comeback. That will be game over for him. It might be game over already." Ingrid Seward agreed, but said she believes the Duke of York will still be looked after financially. They're not going to cast him out because he will be more trouble and start talking and giving TV interviews and writing books, she said. They don't want that again. He will be financially secure, but I would be very surprised if he kept the Royal Lodge. Andrew moved into the £30 million Grace and Favour home in Windsor in 2003. The Duke forked out £1 million for a 75-year lease in 2003 when he took over the property previously inhabited by his grandmother. Earlier this year, Andrew agreed a multi-million-pound settlement with Virginia Giuffre, a victim of the serial paedophile financier Jeffrey Epstein, who had accused him of sexually abusing her on 3 occasions, including once when she was 17. The Duke has repeatedly and vehemently denied her claims and any wrongdoing. Questions have since arisen over how Andrew could afford to continue to live at the Grade 2 listed property with no obvious income apart from a modest naval pension to fund the upkeep and any further repairs. It comes amid reports that the Queen is still supportive of Prince Andrew, despite Prince Charles and Andrew wanting him to stay well away from public view. The monarch is keen to keep Andrew, 62, around, because he is intensely loyal, royal biographer Andrew Morton told the Mirror's royal podcast, Pod Save the Queen. The writer, who penned Diana, Her True Story in 1992, said the Queen deeply appreciates Andrew's loyalty to his mother, as well as his actions during the Falklands War and the 1992 fire at Windsor Castle. He will never hear a word said against her. He has always been intensely loyal, Morton said. He added that Andrew's military action also impressed his mother. She has admired the fact that during the Falklands War in 1982, he was an Exocet decoy, which means his job was to protect HMS Invincible, the aircraft carrier, as the Argentines wanted to sink that, the expert went on. Morton said the Duke of York was instrumental on making sure the enemy forces weren't hitting their targets. He added Andrew, who was a prime target for the Argentines during the conflict, showed a lot of bravery. The writer added that doing so had taken a lot of courage from Andrew and the Queen had appreciated his actions. And the writer added that the Queen was equally impressed when Andrew organized the retrieval of works of art during the famous fire at Windsor Castle in 1992. The writer said these actions demonstrated a loyalty to the Queen that the monarch was not likely to forget. In March, the Duke of York raised eyebrows as he walked his mother to her seat during the emotional memorial service for the Duke of Edinburgh at Westminster Abbey. At that point in time, it had not been 2 months since Andrew and his accuser Virginia Giuffre had reached an out-of-court settlement in their civil sex claim filed in New York. Reflecting on the memorial service, Morton said the Queen had used this family occasion, which was not an official state engagement, to show her support for her son. While he may benefit from his mother's good graces, Prince Andrew is furious with the heirs to the throne Prince Charles and Prince William for preventing his return to public life at the Order of the Garter ceremony earlier this month. It has been claimed the Duke of York had reportedly intended to participate in the full service, presided over by his mother the Queen at Windsor Castle, but was restricted from some parts of the Knights of the Garter ceremony after Princes Charles and William voiced their displeasure. The disgraced royal was then prevented from attending the festivities at Ascot this weekend and is said to be enraged at the meddling of the Queen's heirs. There are fears the friction between the trio could trigger a fallout among the royal family during their upcoming summer retreat at Balmoral. Andrew is desperate to rebuild his life and wants his titles back, a source told The Sun, but he is fuming with Charles and William for stopping his plans. The Queen decided to strip Andrew of his royal titles and right to use his HRH status amid the controversy brought about by his links to convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein and child sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. Buckingham Palace said that the Duke of York's absence from the Windsor Castle procession and Order of the Garter service was a family decision, but it is believed it came about after the Prince of Wales and Duke of Cambridge lobbied the Queen about his participation. Andrew was still allowed to join the Queen at the formal investiture of new members of the Order of the Garter, including the Duchess of Cornwall and ex-PM Tony Blair, and as well as the lunch afterwards.